Hey, it's MK, and I am here with a Use the Stuff video for you guys. I am combining this with Mixed Media Mayhem for today and Christy's Beautiful Life, series number 12. This is the layout right here created by Rebecca, but I'm not going to try to pronounce her last name. I apologize, Rebecca, but it sounds really hard. Okay, so I am going to try to incorporate some butterflies because of the fact that I needed to use some green. So I've got some green butterflies, green tickets, green scraps, green paper. I pulled in the green. So this is Sandy's recipe for Mixed Media Mayhem. And her next one, well, the first one was green, obviously. The next one was wood. So I've got this wood tree ring stencil. I've also, oh, look, more green. I've also got some wood veneer in my little baggie underneath everything. I pulled out some shimmers for some of my cut files. I've got Spritz in Bamboo Leaf, Vibes in Forget Me Not, and Vibes in Elfin Magic. So there's some more green. And I pulled out a brown from, from Dilutions, which is Desert Sand. So, and I thank Janet for introducing me to that. And I mean Janet Fritz for Galaxy Girl Creations. I've had a lot of comments about Janet Madsen, being the Janet I'm talking about. So I apologize, you guys, if there is a confusion there. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and roll the dice. I rolled a 1 and a 6. So wood veneer I've got covered. Woohoo! And 6, I need to pull out metal die or a punch. So I think I can make that happen. And then 6 is brads or flare and an embossing folder or embossing powder. So I'm going to go for my brads first. And at first I thought I was going to bring out these compass Dilios, so I'm going to pull out 3 of those, and then I think I'm going to go back and pull out some more compasses, or not even, no, different brads, because I want to incorporate a different color other than just green. So I'm thinking about the embossing folders. I'm thinking I have something, and oh, there I do. I've got this Tim Holtz 3D embossing folder that is wood planks, so I really like this, and I can't wait to use that. I think I'm going to use it on that diamond plate, but truth be told, I end up not using it on the diamond plate because I actually want it to show up. So, okay, metal dies and or punches. So let me go pull out a punch, and I love this twig punch by EK Success. I absolutely love it, and I'm just trying to find some scraps of, guess what, green, to go ahead and punch out some green twigs. I'm also going to use that dark green little scrap there for some green twigs as well. So I've got my green, I've got my wood, and my something wet happen to be green and brown. Does that count? So I've covered all 3 ingredients. I have covered all of my dice. I'm loving having all of these suggestions at my fingertips. So I know Mixed Media Mayhem is only every Friday, so those 3 options within the recipe was just something that I do on Fridays. But having to roll the dice and remembering to bring in 4 more products or 4 more tools or 4 more somethings has been really, really helpful and really handy. I just really like, the little help that I get to bring this in, I just really like it. All right, so I'm going to show you guys this little bag that I've got going on here. It's a mishmash of what I had for April's release, a couple die cuts that are available in the shop, a bunch of stuff. And Janet made these embellishment clusters during our No Fuss Clustering class, and she sent me some. I was so super excited about the fact that she sent me these, and I've had them. She sent them, well, I'm not sure if she shared them with me, shared the fact that she was sending them to me or not. She sent them home with me on a retreat, and it wasn't for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks that I found them. Yeah, I've been busy, but I didn't know if she told me about them or if she snuck them in and I just found them. So anyways, it was a great surprise, and I absolutely love them. All right, so off camera, I trimmed my photo down, trimmed my green pieces down. You really can't see the green, but I I like the fact that it's there anyways. It's okay. I know I used green, and you guys saw that I used green because I glued them to green paper. And then I'm going to put everything to the side, and I'm going to use some brown glitter paste, I think is what Nouveau calls this. I don't really know the color, you guys. I apologize, but I decided to use glitter paste because this is Sandy's mixed media recipe, and she is the glitter glaze, glitter paste, glitter queen when it comes to texture paste. And so I thought it was a nod to Sandy that I will use glitter instead of just plain brown. Okay, not that I need glitter on my layout or anything like that. I just wanted to use it because this is Sandy's recipe. That was it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and make 2 tree rings and then set them off to dry. And then I took some brown cardstock, and I chose some light brown cardstock that I just had in my scrap bin. And I decided to go ahead and put those through. Actually, no, I lied. I used white cardstock and I sprayed them with Desert Sand Dilutions ink. That's what I did. And then I ran them through. So normally when you use a 3D embossing folder, you need to use water. Well, I figured since I'm spraying these with a liquid to begin with, I will go ahead and use that instead of using water, and threw them into the die cut, or in the embossing folder, die cut them, and then I decided to use this Vintage Photo Distress ink to raise my grain, so to give it 2 different tones effect type of deal, kind of like the bark is showing through and it's a lighter color because the sun hasn't faded it yet. And then of course I cut out my tree rings and I went ahead and inked them as well so they weren't white and in your face. And then I decided that my planks that I just now cut apart needed to be distressed and look all old and worn, but the white is showing through. So I'm going to go ahead and ink those with that same Vintage Photo ink. Now the reason why I'm using Vintage Photo instead of ground espresso or walnut stain is because that's what was on my desk for some weird reason. I don't know, and I'm too lazy to just walk 3 steps behind me, go put it away, and grab another brown. I'm just not, you guys. Honestly, what you guys see in front of me as far as my desk goes, that is the only work surface that I have currently to work with. Apparently, I love to work in clutter. I did not know that about me until these last few layouts. And yeah, it's just one of those things that I keep looking around going, look, I have all this stuff at my fingertips, but it's creeping in my craft area, like my crafty space, my 12 by 12 little space I have going on here, because that's it. Let's do a cleanup later, shall we? All right, so I went ahead and took my my die cuts and, you know, sprayed them with all the green sprays. I just went ahead and I did a little bit and a little bit and a little bit, so that way I get a little variation. And the really cool thing about the shimmers is that now they're going to be a little bit sparkly, and so that will add to the glitter that I used for my tree rings. I also decided to take that diamond plate paper and use it as a second photo mat, even though they weren't big enough to be, you know, a true photo mat. Just a layer behind my photos. These are pictures. We went on a hike and we found the old pump house. Now we've heard about the old pump house, and we've heard people, you know, say they've hiked up to it and yada yada yada. Well, we've never known where it really was. And so on our hike, we were actually on the next ridge over, and one of the boys caught the foundation for it, which we knew it wasn't. That's why we couldn't find the pump house, is because there's not really much left to it. And so I just was super stoked that, yay, we finally found it after, you know, 30 some odd years. It's awesome. But yeah, we were really stoked that we finally found it, and it is just up the hill, well, up the mountain from where we were camping. So it was pretty cool that that we finally found it, because we've always heard people, yeah, hiked up to the pump house, which, you know, normally they're not hiking to the pump house because of the fact that it's really cool to go look at. They're hiking and explaining it to people is because it's quite a hike. It's like a really good hike for hikers that like to hike. Oh, say that 10 times fast. All right. So I am definitely trying to get my title, which is Janet's Large Cluster. She put the word lovely on there, and I just added the word photographs, so it's going to say lovely photographs, which, you know, depending on who's looking at them, may think they're not, may think they are. I think they are. So I also like the idea of the fact that this is in July, and we have snow still in the mountains, and we like to do the little hiking, and we like to have our snowball fights. You know, and say that we had a snowball fight in July. That is just like the coolest thing ever to say, unless you're in Alaska, you know, then it's probably not so cool. Okay, you guys. One of the things that I'm also going to try to do during this month is use the butterflies. You guys, I have bags and bags of butterflies. I have butterflies left over from the garage kit that I did. I have bags of butterflies left over from the Spectrum Sherbet, which is where these ones came from. And then I have a bag of butterflies left over from the Life in Bloom collection. Seriously, that's a lot of butterflies. So my goal is to just tuck them and weave them. I don't care if they are a part of it. We are outside, so it makes sense to have the butterflies. Actually, it's too high of an elevation. I don't think we've seen butterflies this high up, but I could be wrong. Normally, we don't see them this high, but who cares? I'm using butterflies on my layout. Now, every single cluster, so I have, well, I've got 3.5 clusters. Let's just say that, because the cluster on the left side really wasn't supposed to be a cluster, and then it turned into a cluster. So I put 3 butterflies, a yellow one, a green one, and an orange one, because I wanted to add yellow and orange to my layout because of the spray that Janet used for her weavy background on her cluster. And I'm not sure if she used a spray or she could have die cut a cool watercolor background. I don't know the answer to that. I was there when she made it, but yeah, I don't remember. But I did want to bring in that color throughout, but not make it my primary color, if that makes any sense. Just little hints and tips of yellows and oranges. So, and I really do like the pops of them. And I like how I just have half a butterfly wing showing. I've got a full butterfly going on. I've got half a butterfly showing. I kind of do like, I kind of like the look of it. All right, going to go ahead and tuck in all of my die cut and cut file flowers and twigs and all that stuff. Now I am adding on the wood veneer. And because I am trying to get the wood veneer to stick, now my wood veneer does not have the adhesive on it because of the fact that I don't test with adhesive. I just feel like that's going to be a waste if it doesn't turn out to be glorious. So I don't test with adhesive on the backs, but if they turn out to be usable products, I do end up just hanging them out for a while in my stash, and then if I don't end up using them, they end up in the misfit bin, and the misfit bin ends up getting divided into gosh knows how many, and then sold during Black Friday. Just to let you guys know that it's just something that I've always done if you guys are interested in a misfit bin. So anyways, back to the layout. I did pull out some yellow brads to bring in some more yellow. I'm just counting to make sure that I got all of my goodies on there that I was supposed to. And I did want to kind of explain the fact that I know she had 4 sections of pattern paper behind her photos. I chose to only do 2 because of the fact that I wanted my photos to be larger than her size photos. So it would have just been way too much for me to do 4 tree rings on the layout. So I just stuck with 2. All right, you guys, that is my layout for today. I had a super fun blast putting this layout together and adding my butterflies, doing the green, the wood grain, and something wet. That was such a fun recipe, Sandy. So thank you so much for that. Rebecca, thank you so much for such an amazing sketch. I had a blast. Cutting it out, but this is a great example of, when you use flowers on the layout and you go into Christy's Beautiful Life, a lot of people used flowers. Now, I did too, because that's what she used, and that's what entices people on a sketch, is it's an example, and people kind of lean towards that example, and I'm one of them. I just wanted to share that with you guys. I did it too. All right, down below I've got links for all the gals that are playing along with Sandy's recipe for Mixed Media Mayhem. I also have playlist for Series 12, Christy's Beautiful Life. My video will be found in the playlist. And then don't forget, you guys, use your stuff. Use the stuff, please. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and I will check y'all later. Bye.